player. Yeah, and he's a threat on the base pass.
Up next will be Gorman for the Hermits.
Justin Gorman, he's the brother of Warren first baseman Randy Gorman. Of course, Randy came to Warren this year for the opportunity to play football. Hermitage did not have a senior high football program.
Church now sets up in the stretch. Ferguson takes his lead at first base. No outs, top of the first, 0-0 the score. Ferguson's gone. That pitch outside, going to get past Jones, playing catcher today. Runner will stay at second base, so a tough start here for Aaron Church and the Warren Lumberjacks.
Not really much you can do right there behind the plate to defend that throw. That's an errant throw right there. And Gorman ahead 0-1. Justin Gorman hit a grand slam earlier in the year at the Sea Arc Slugfest. He's got some pop to him hitting near the 2-hole.
We talked about this early in the season, Chris. One of the big challenges this Lumberjack baseball team was going to face would be depth on the mound. And really, you've got Logan Adams, Drake Jones have done really well this season. But past that, it gets a little sketchy at times. And this pitch popped up to right field. Looks like Troy Sellers is under it in right. He gets it, throws it in. Runner's going to stay at second. Nice throw. And Logan Adams is playing short, and you will see at times, from what I understand, he may switch back and forth with the center fielder, currently Justin Hall. So we'll try to keep those changes. But Troy Sellers is in right field today, who normally plays center field.
Exactly, which is something we haven't seen in any of our coverage previously. But he's got a good arm out there and pretty solid defensive outfielder.
One down, top of the first. Hermitage with a runner on second. That pitch is a called strike, 0-1.
Got sophomore Colin Wilkerson here at the plate, Rob. He's going to start on the mound.
And, of course, in between this next inning, we'll give you an injury update. Warren does have a player that got hurt this week in practice, so we'll try to update you on that. Rounder to second. It's going to get through. Sellers has it. He's up, throwing it home. Runner's going to stop at third. Jones has it. So the runner's now at the corners for the Hermits. And a nice job by Troy Sellers of getting that ball in rather quickly.
And a nice effort right there by, I believe that's Tyler Hall playing second base. Get over and put himself in a position to try to make that play. Ball just kind of snuck through.
Tough play to make. Tough play to make for Hall at second.
Sam Rawls right here, Rob. Going to play center field today.
Could see the runner going here at first with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Runner does go. Grounder. One run's going to score. Hall has it, throws it to first, and the runner is out at first. So the Hermits are able to get one run through on the Lumberjacks. Score now 1-0 here in the top of the first. Hermits have the lead and a runner on second with two down.
At bat, number 7, Richards.
You can hear it right there. Richards now up to bat for the Hermits. Church from the stretch. Two down, top of the first. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right side, 0-1 count.
Here at the plate, Rob Chaney Richard. He's the only junior on this ball club. Their makeup is similar to that of Warren's. They don't have quite as many players, but a lot of young kids playing for this Hermitage team as well.
It'd be a big deal right here for Aaron Church to be able to get out of this inning with only one run. The damage done so far. Here's the pitch. And that ball is going to get past Jones at the plate. The runner will advance to third. Church has it now. So we have an 0-2 count. Or is it 0-2-0-1?
I believe it's 0-2.
0-2 count with two outs in the top of the first. Again, Lumberjacks currently down to the Hermitage Hermits by the score of 1-0. Church comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's up and out of the zone. 1-2 now the count. We'll take a look around the infield. Wesley Cornish getting the start today at third. Logan Adams at short. Tyler Hall at second. And Gorman at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Church. The ball is going to be a nice stab. Grab at it right there by Drake Jones. That's a big stop for a catcher in that position with a runner on third. If you don't make that play, it's going to be 2-0 pretty much automatically.
And he's been put in that situation quite a bit here already in the first inning. He's having to really work hard back there defensively.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Grounder to Adams. He's got it, throws it to first. And that is the third out of the top of the first. We're going to the bottom of the inning. Jacks have a little bit of work to do. They're down 1-0. We'll be right back here on Lumberjack Live on SalinaRiverTV.com.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to this presentation of Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner website of SalineRiverChronicle.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. We're starting off here in just a second. The bottom of the first. Jack's currently down to the Hermitage Hermits by the score of 1-0. And who do we have up next for the Lumberjacks to start off the bottom of the inning?
We've got Logan Adams going to lead off. Justin Hall hit second. Troy Sellers will hit third. Right there in the top of the first, Rob Hermitage put up one run. It was earned off one hit, no errors, and left one stranded.
Here we go. It's just about to get underway. The catcher for Hermitage is
Cody Ferguson.
Number 12, Cody Ferguson, throws that one down. And Adams will step up to the plate.
Number 5, Logan Adams.
Adams needing a good at bat here for the Lumberjacks to get things off on the right foot. So he steps up to the plate. Of course, he's had a big week on the mound for the Jacks as well. Here's the pitch of the start-off pitch of the bottom of the first, and that pitch is outside, 1-0 the count. So 1-0. No outs in the bottom of the first. That pitch is going to be outside for a 2-0 count.
Logan Adams here, hitting .333 for the Lumberjacks.
Wilkerson's pitch is inside. 3-0 the count, so patience needed here if you're Adams. Don't want to give anything away. On deck is Justin Hall. Ball 4, Adams with a leadoff walk.
And that's only his 4th walk of the season and 43 at-bats right there.
And we've talked about this before, Chris.
Number 8, Justin Hall.
As Hall steps up to the plate, one of the problems that the Jacks have faced some this season, especially early on, was just patience at the plate. We actually watched it, especially against Lake Village, which should have been probably a little bit worse score than it even was, even though it was mercy ruled. Ball fouled off to the right side right there. You can see Hall going after the first pitch, and we've talked about that before. It's just we don't really like to see guys going after that first pitch.
Oh, especially right there when Colin Wilkerson threw 4 straight balls to Logan Adams to lead off the ball game.
So patience still key here for Hall. Adams takes his lead at first. Here's Wilkerson's pitch. Drops in there for a strike. 0-2 now the count. I believe that was a curveball. It looked like it did drop in there a little bit. Wasn't paying great attention to it. I was looking over at Adams at first. We apologize. You don't have the whole field in your vision at this point on the screen. Adams takes his lead, shuffles, Oh, nice. And that's going to be doubled up as Wilkerson, a hammered ball back up the middle, makes a nice catch, kind of a defensive catch, and Adams really stranded. No chance right there. That's just a tough break for the Lumberjacks.
Wilkerson kind of lucked into that one. That ball was hit right back at him, just kind of defended himself and was able to make the catch. Normally, Colin is a shortstop for this Hermits team, so he's pretty handy with the glove.
Troy Sellers, number 4, steps up to the plate, hitting in the number 3 slot here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs now after that double. Here's the pitch from Wilkerson. Outside, 1-0 the count. Actually, no, it's going to be called a strike. Not sure where the umpire was looking there. It looked a little bit low and outside, but 0-1 the count with 2 outs. That pitch is on the corner, it looked like to me, so that will be 0-2.
Sellers, the Lumberjacks' leading hitter, hitting .385 in a 2-0 hole. He has struck out 18 times in 39 at-bats, so this has been a problem for him this year.
And part of the problem, if you talk to Troy and even some of the coaching staff for the Lumberjacks, is just pressing sometimes. He's a lot has been expected of him this season, and sometimes that pressure can get to a young student athlete, but the 1-2 pitch is high, makes it a 2-2 count. But Troy, one of the pieces of advice that Coach Cuthbertson, I understand, has given to him this year is just get in the box and relax. Just play your game. Swing and a strike. That's 1-2. 3 gone there as Hermitage gets the double play, and then the strikeout on Sellers. We're going to the top of the second. Jacks down by the score of 1-0 to the Hermitage Hermits. We'll be back on Lumberjack Live on SalinaRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. The score going into the top of the second inning. Lumberjacks currently down to the Hermitage Hermits by the score of 1-0. And, of course, we talked about it earlier during pregame, Chris. These two teams have met up twice this season already, and those games have been split. The Lumberjacks won the first one. The Hermits won the second one. Aaron Church needing a little bit better start to the top of the second than he had to the top of the first. He actually hit the leadoff man in the top of the first inning, and that led to the run being scored, and that's where we stand right now with Hermitage on top of the Jacks 1-0. Up next, looks like we're going to have Johnston, Davis, and then Nolan up for the Hermits to start off the top of the inning.
Right there in the bottom of the first drive for the Warren Lumberjacks, no runs off no hits, nobody left on base. So Colin Wilkerson made a nice play on the ball, lined right back at him, was able to double off Logan Adams, who had walked to lead off the ball game, and kind of got out of a bind there.
And the throw down from the catcher is made. Church will get things straight with his third baseman and first baseman. And Johnston now at the plate for the Hermits to start off the top of the second. Again, if you're just joining us, the score 1-0. You don't have a scoreboard on your screen. We're still working on that. 1-0, though, is your score. Hermitage on top of the Lumberjacks in the top of the second. A swing and a miss for strike one from Johnston.
And Jacob Johnston last season as a junior had a pretty solid year offensively. Got hurt, took a line drive to the stomach in the batting cage about midway through last year, wound up having to be hospitalized, had a spleen injury. He's still trying to work back into form from that. He's struggled a bit at the plate this year.
The 0-1 pitch is swung at, makes it 0-2. 0-2 the count, no outs, top of the second. Aaron Church, a little bit better start to this inning so far. We'll see if he can get the out here and have a nice beginning to it. Here's the pitch. That is high and inside just a little bit. 1-2 now the count. Of course, as I said during the first inning, Chris, I didn't say it in between innings. I'll go ahead and say that this now. Wednesday in practice, as I was coming in to interview Logan Adams, Noah Lecco was leaving with a bloody nose, and from my understanding is he does have a broken nose as that pitch is in the dirt, 2-2 the count. So Lecco not with the Lumberjacks for today's game.
And he had been DHing for them, and they had been really excited about what he was bringing to the table. They've got Austin Emanuel, freshman, in there today, DHing, going to hit in the 4 or 5 hole, I believe, the 5 hole today for the Lumberjacks.
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Church. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 down, nice, much better start to the top of the second than the beginning of the top of the first.
Good job right there. Aaron Church looked a lot more comfortable there on the mound.
Up to bat, number 5, Davis.
And that's sort of been the story all season for this Lumberjack club. It's just been trying to get their feet under them and be comfortable in the field. Sometimes it looks like it's a little bit too much work for them. But as you well know, baseball, any athletic sport that you're going to step in and play, you just got to be a comfortable, poised athlete.
We've got 2 freshmen right here, Church on the mound, Kentrez Davis at the plate for the Hermits.
Here's the 0-1 pitch with 1 out in the top of the second. Dribbled to the third baseline. Church has it, throws it to first. Nice play, and that is the second out of the inning. Great play right there by Aaron Church, and a nice stab by Gorman.
It's a good job by Church right there, filling the position, staying calm and under control all the way through there. He was able to collect the baseball and make a nice throw.
Number 8, Nolan.
So Nolan steps into the box. This is Adam Nolan, DHing today for the Hermits.
Adam just now getting back into the lineup. He had an injury that sidelined him for a couple of games.
That pitch high and outside, 1-0 the count with 2 outs.
And now also for the Hermits today, Jacob Farrell, their ace, their top pitcher's not with the team today. He had some other things he's got to take care of. He'll be back in uniform tomorrow as they travel to DeWitt to play the Dragons and the Palestine Wheatley Patriots. But he's not here today. That's the young man that threw the no-hitter against Warren earlier in the season.
Yeah, and while this game is big to a lot of people, it's still, at the end of the day, a non-conference matchup and doesn't mean a whole lot for either one of these teams in the big scheme. It's really more for the overall record, but for the Lumberjacks and the Hermits, this matters nothing in conference play.
That's exactly right, and the Hermitage goes into conference play next week. They're just now getting started. They only play each team once as opposed to Warren playing each team twice. They've got the defending 2A runner-up, defending 2A state champions on Tuesday and Friday of next week, Parkers Chapel and Junction City.
That pitch outside from Aaron Church makes it a 2-1 count with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Again, Jack's down right now to the Hermits, who are the Hermits in the black, the Lumberjacks in the white today. Lumberjacks down to the Hermits by the score of 1-0. Here's the pitch from Church, the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So 2-2, 2 outs in the top of the second. Really no shift on here for the Jacks. We've seen a couple of times this year we've had a little bit of a shift with the right fielder back towards center a little bit, but that's not the case today. Swing and a miss for strike 3 as Nolan goes down swinging. We're going to the bottom of the second. Lumberjacks still looking to get that first run on the board. Maybe they could do it here in the bottom of the inning. We'll be right back. You're watching Lumberjack Live on SaleneRiverTV.com.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith.
Welcome back to this presentation of Lumberjack Live on SaloonRiverTV.com. Lumberjacks right now to start off the bottom of the second down by the score of 1-0 to the Hermitage Hermits. That pitch in there to Drake Jones for a strike from Wilkerson. So an 0-1 count. 1-0 to score. Here's the pitch. Hit down to third baseline. Third baseman's got it, throws it to first, and that is the first out of the inning. One down now in the bottom of the second. And up next for the Lumberjacks will be number 7, Austin Emanuel, in the DH slot.
As you mentioned earlier, Rob, the DH spot was taken by Noah Lecco for most of the season. Lecco's out with an injury. And we've got Austin Emanuel, a freshman here, getting some at-bats in the 5-0 for the Lumberjacks.
Very young Lumberjack team this season. Emanuel at the plate. Again, one down, bottom of the second. Dribbles that one foul for an 0-1 count. Wilkerson steps back onto the rubber from the stretch. Here's the 0-1 pitch with one out. Swing and a miss. Actually may have tipped that one. 0-2 now the count. Emanuel steps back up to the plate. Got a battle here with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Wilkerson. Hits that one foul to the right side. Remains 0-2.
On deck for the Lumberjacks, pitcher, freshman Aaron Church, number 22. Austin Emanuel trying to make something happen right here. Give Church an at-bat with somebody on base.
Getting one down, bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. That's up high. 1-2 now the count. One-two count. One out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside makes it 2-2. So Lumberjacks looking to try to get a runner on base here, and this would be a nice at-bat here for Emanuel if he's able to fight back from an 0-2 count and get on base. As you said, Aaron Church, who got the start on the mound today for the Lumberjacks, on deck. A swing. I think that ball was going to be just a little bit outside from my perspective, but Emanuel swings through it. And that is the second out of the bottom of the second inning. So Church will step in, just needing a base runner. Now on deck is for the Lumberjacks is the third baseman Wesley Cornish, also a freshman. Church swings through that one 0-1.
A big cut right there by the freshman Aaron Church. He's hitting 194 on the season with 2 doubles and 6 RBIs.
So Church steps back up with an 0-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Again, you don't have a scoreboard on your screen, so I'll keep you updated on that. A swing and a miss. Now 0-2 the count. Lumberjacks currently down to the Hermits by the score of 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Wilkerson. That ball inside. 1-2 now the count. Lumberjacks just searching for a little bit of rhythm offensively right now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Jacks go straight down right there in the top of the, or in the bottom of the second. We're going to the top of the third. We'll be right back. You're watching SaloonRiverTVs.com presentation of Lumberjack Live. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with more baseball.
Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back to this presentation of Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. The Lumberjacks currently down 1-0 to the Hermitage Hermits here in the top of the third. Jack's going to be in the field wearing white. If you're just joining us, we appreciate it very much. And at this time, I want to go ahead and tell you, if you're on SalineRiverTV.com, check out SalineRiverChronicle.com. Really the best place, best source of all the written news in the River region. That covers Bradley County, parts of Cleveland County. So both of these teams are inside the River region, the Hermitage Hermits and the Warren Lumberjacks. Of course, we've also covered a little bit of Woodlawn's sporting teams, but a lot less of them than we do Hermitage and Warren, obviously. But we try our best to get as much in Cleveland County as we can as well. Of course, Chris covers a lot of Hermitage sports, and he's very familiar with them. But we appreciate you guys very much for joining us today. But if you haven't checked out SalineRiverChronicle.com, do that after the game. But we want you to stick with us here. We got a lot more baseball coming your way, obviously with a 1-0 game so far. We've covered several games that have been mercy ruled and very short this season in some of these tournaments. But right now it's looking like we're probably going to go through all 7 at least. But a long way to go.
And it's shaping up to be a good one. Good pitching performance on both sides so far through 2 innings.
Up next is Justin Vines, the right fielder for the Hermits, and then back to the top of the order with Ferguson and Gorman.
And Justin Vines, a senior that hasn't played the past couple of years at Hermitage, and they're glad to have him out. He has been an asset to them, and getting the start in right field today.
Here's the pitch from Church, and that is a called strike. 0-1 the count. Here in the top of the third. Of course, I believe Aaron may be wearing some kind of brace on one of those. Is it his right leg, Chris? I'm not sure. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 now the count with no outs.
I believe it's on his left knee, Rob. I believe that's why he's got the pants are kind of pulled up.
And this team so far has been rather fortunate with injuries. Haven't had a whole lot of them this year, other than Noah Lecco, which happened just this week. So, and even though Lecco was DHing a good bit, he hasn't been in the field. I don't guess at much at all this season, unless he's played a little bit of left field. But hasn't been one of those guys that you're going to count on defensively game after game. But now they were looking forward to having his bat most days. But unfortunately, he's not available today, and I'm not sure on a timetable when he's going to be able to return with a broken nose. I just don't know. From what I understand, he is pretty swollen still today, and I just don't know much about I know a lot about broken arms and things of that nature, but broken noses are a different story.
And I know that they want to get him back as quick as they can, but they have been pleased with guys like Austin Emanuel and how far he's come along this spring. So it's a good opportunity to get him some at-bats here in a critical part of the year.
2-2 count. Here's the pitch from the windup, fouled off to the right side, remains 2-2. We want to welcome all of our viewers from around the River region and the rest of the state of Arkansas, and I know we have a few that are outside of Arkansas. If we have anybody watching right now that's on a foreign military base or anything like that from around the rest of the world, we want to welcome you to this program. We are very thankful that you've chosen to join us this afternoon. Here's the pitch from Church. Popped up to center. Hall backpedaling. It's going to get behind him. Just misjudged it a little bit. The runner's going to go all the way to third and going to hold there. Adams has it at short. He comes in, and that will be an error on Hall in center.
Not real sure if he just lost the ball, maybe against the sun or against the clouds, or what happened right there. But he didn't get it. He didn't do a very good job reading that thing off the bat, and he got caught backpedaling.
At bat, number 12, Ferguson.
Which is not what you want to do.
Not at all.
Playing there in center field.
And Justin typically wears sunglasses, so the sun shouldn't have been too big of a factor there. Plus, it is a little partly cloudy today, but the sun is shining in his area. But it looked like to me from right off the bat he just misjudged it, and he got it, thought he was under it, and obviously you see that backpedaling start, and he knows he's in trouble and just really no way to recover from it. So runner surrendered, unearned. That popped up to the shortstop. Adams under it. He's got it. That will be the first out of the inning. Runner will have to hold at third. He gets his hat as it falls off. So one down now. Runner on third for the Hermits.
And there'll be some frustration right there in the Hermitage dugout on that at bat, swinging at the first pitch with a runner on third base and kind of popping that up to the shortstop. Nice play by Logan Adams.
Of course, all the infielders in on the grass, as you can see. Here's the pitch from Church. Nice block by Drake Jones at the plate. That saves a run. Again, Bynes on at third base for
Really
the Hermits.
A tough situation right there for Aaron Church. That should have been a fly ball out to center field, and he winds up now with a runner on third with one out. Church has done a very nice job off the mound so far for Warren right here.
As Gorman gets set at the plate.
Nice job, Justin Gorman.
Yep, just a nice line drive. Hall's got it at center, so it will be a RBI single for Gorman right there for the Hermits. 2-0 now the score as another run comes in. Top of the third, 2-0 the score. Hermits over the Lumberjacks. Aaron Church, that's going to be an unearned run, obviously, with the...
Exactly right, and in that situation, Gorman should have been at the plate with 2 outs right there. So a little bit frustrating right there for Aaron Church, who's done a heck of a job so far. And that's really the first hard hit ball he's had on him today.
That ball fouled off to the right side. And a few of the early season problems that we saw from the Jacks coming back to fruition here in this ball game so far. You just can't commit errors. I mean, that's baseball. You have to make plays when they're hit your way. And I know Wednesday when I was at practice, Coach Cuthbertson had him in a game simulated situation, and that's one of the things he was preaching was even though you're not going to get a ball hit to you, for several innings perhaps sometimes as the runner goes there. Hall at second base has it, throws it to first. That will be the first or second out, first out of the inning. I apologize.
Second out.
Second out of the inning. Okay.
Had a pop-up to Logan
that's
Adams
correct.
earlier in the inning.
So 2 outs now, runner on second. But anyway, Coach Cuthbertson was just preaching, you have to, I don't care if you don't get a ball hit to you for 4 innings. When it is hit to you in the 5th, you got to make the play. And
and at times, you kind of fall asleep out there, especially depending on the competition you play. I mean, there may not be a lot of action.
Here's the pitch from Church. That's low and outside for a 1-0 count. And Justin typically hasn't played center field this year either, so I don't know if that maybe came into play at all. He's typically your shortstop when Adams is on the mound, but Adams is playing short today with Church on the mound. And Troy Sellers, who typically plays center field, is in right field. I'm not sure what the change was for there, but obviously Coach Cuthbertson believes that Hall can get the job done in center. And, he typically would probably make that play, just misread it a little bit off the bat, and it leads to a run. But 1-0 count with 2 outs as Church trying to get out of this inning with no more damage done. From the stretch, here's the 1-0 pitch. Popped up to center. Hall's getting under this one, and he's got it for the 3rd out of the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Jacks need to get 2 to tie this one up. We'll be right back. Don't leave us, folks. You're watching Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com.
In addition to providing great service with the Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with the personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556.
Welcome back to this presentation of Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. Our Lumberjacks right now going into the bottom of the 3rd inning down by the score of 2-0 to the Hermitage Hermits. Wesley Cornish getting set to step up to the plate playing third base today for the Lumberjacks.
Right there in the top of the third, Rob Hermitage put up a run. It was unearned off one hit, aided by one Lumberjack error, left one runner stranded to push their lead to 2-0 here.
Number 20, Wesley Cornish.
Going into the bottom of the third inning.
As Wilkerson gets set on the mound, Cornish steps into the box. Here we go with the bottom of the third. From the stretch, here's the pitch. He's going to drop in there for a strike. 0-1 now the count with no outs. Hermitage this year, as we've said, Chris, has had several no-hitters, so this is a good pitching squad here for Hermitage.
And that's really the difference between the two teams as far as they're set up. They're both pretty young. Hermitage has the benefit of they got quite a few more arms they can trot out there to the mound.
That ball popped up, foul to the right side. 0-2 count with no outs in the bottom of the third.
And as you mentioned, there have been a number of no-hitters, 5 no-hitters, a state record thrown already this year. They've been thrown by 4 different players. So a number of guys getting involved. Wilkerson himself threw one against Bearden earlier in the season.
Here's the pitch. That ball low, 1-2 now the count. Randy Gorman, the first baseman for the Lumberjacks, is on deck. It's 1-2 count with no outs in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss for strike 3. So one down in the bottom of the third. Gorman will step up to the plate. And Warren, the success that they've had earlier this week against McGee and Dollarway offensively,
Number 28, Randy Gorman.
thus far, that offensive power has not shown up for us.
And still early, still a ways to go here. And got a senior, Randy Gorman, who's played a lot of baseball at his time. A Hermitage transfer here at the plate, and he could really change those fortunes right here with one swing.
Now 0-1 now the count as that pitch is a called strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. The Lumberjacks just still struggling a bit at the plate. Of course, earlier in the first, they got a kind of a bad break after they got a runner on in Adams, and then a line shot back up to the pitcher. That's strike 3 to Gorman as he swings through that one.
Yeah, that ball earlier in the first inning was absolutely scorched right back at Wilkerson, and I thought we had 2 strikes prior to that swing. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that was strike 3. So up next will be Calix Harris for the Lumberjacks.
25, Calix Harris.
Another young guy right here for Warren, getting only his 11th at bat of the season.
That pitch is low, 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch to Harris. Inside, 2-0 the count. So patience needed here. If you're Harris, make him throw you a strike. Wilkerson gets set from the stretch. Here's the pitch, 2-0 count. To the right side, that's going to be a single, as Harris will be at first base.
Nice piece of hitting right there by a young guy, Calix Harris. That's the first hit of the game right there for the Warren Lumberjacks.
With 2 outs, the back to the top of the order as the shortstop, Logan Adams, steps up to the plate. And Harris obviously has speed at first, so you could see Coach Cuthbertson put something in motion here and maybe try to move Harris into scoring position. That pitch gets by the catcher, so he's not going to have to do that at all and risk the runner being thrown out, picked off. So he gets by the catcher, and Harris will take second base.
And now Warren right there with a one-base hit, back in pretty good shape in this ball game. You got
Absolutely.
Adams at 333, Hall and Troy Sellers next in the lineup. And, of course, Justin Hall scorched one right back at Colin Wilkerson earlier.
The 1-0 pitch is inside, makes it 2-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Lumberjacks down by the score of 2-0 to the Hermits. Again, Warren in the white uniforms today. Hermitage wearing the black tops. Harris takes his lead, pretty short lead. Now extends it. Wilkerson steps off, and Harris will head back to second.
Logan Adams, one of the young people Coach Brian Eagle early in the season for Hermitage really impressed with when they played the Lumberjacks as an all-around baseball player.
That ball fouled off behind the dugout. a 2-1 count now, and anything in the dirt here, I would assume Harris is probably going to be going on. Anything that gets even a few feet away from the catcher of Hermitage. Well, didn't get by him. Nice block. So Harris will remain at second base. Wilkerson steps onto the rubber. Harris again on second. Takes a pretty short lead. Now extends it pretty good. He fakes it to second. Harris will go back. Again, speed on the bases for the Lumberjacks. And while this is speed on the bases, it is still youth on the bases, and you don't want to have any mistakes here that will cost you a possible run. That's grounded. It will get through. Harris pushing. Nope. It's going to be held at third. Nice play by the left fielder.
It's Colton Franklin. He's being DH for today.
Makes a nice play in left to get that ball back in before Harris can get home.
Lumberjacks, number 8, Justin Hall.
And you really, at that point, is when you want that big lead already taken at second so he can possibly get home. But that was just a hard hit ball, and with the way the field's cut today, the field's in great shape and the ball's really moving. It's not being slowed down at all.
Nice piece of hitting right there by Logan Adams.
Runners on the corners. Hall fouls that one off for an 0-1 count.
And a real positive situation because you're able to follow up Calix Harris' single with a single by Adams and get really the strong part of your order here to the plate in the bottom of the third.
So I wonder if Coach Cuthbertson will maybe put Adams in motion over at first and try to get him into scoring position. I would tend to doubt it, but we'll see. As Wilkerson steps off, Adams will head back to first. Hall at the plate with an 0-1 count and 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Adams shuffles, but he's not going to go. That pitch is upstairs. 1-1 now the count. Troy Sellers, the right fielder today for the Lumberjacks, is on deck. Be nice to be able to get him up to the plate here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Grounder to the second baseman. That play is made for the third, and the Lumberjacks unable to get anything out of that inning. Really didn't start that until they had 2 outs already, so tough break for the Jacks, not able to get anything out of it. We're going to the top of the fourth. Jacks down 2-0. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching Lumberjack Live on SaleenRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SaleenRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. The Lumberjacks currently down by the score of 2-0 here going into the top of the fourth to the Hermitage Hermits. The Lumberjacks have had a couple of possible scoring opportunities. Game probably really just a pitch or two away and a couple of inches different direction on a hit from making this game at least tied. But
it's been a good one so far. Right there in the bottom of the third, Warren no runs off 2 hits, left 2 guys stranded. Strung together back-to-back singles. It's been a nice, well-played game so far, and we're expecting it to stay that way for the duration here as we're in the top of the fourth.
We've got an 0-1 count with no outs in the top of the fourth. Aaron Church still on the mound for the Jacks, and he's had a pretty good ball game, even though 2 runs have been scored. What is it? One of them has been earned run.
Yeah, one earned run, and the other one came off an error out in center field. There in the top of the third, Aaron's done a good job.
and he's one of those guys that the Lumberjacks kind of in that third portion of the rotation that you got to have every single year. You're going to have a couple of aces normally, but you got to have guys that can fill in some games, especially non-conference matchups like this. That ball upstairs makes it 1-1, and I can remember you always had guys back when I was playing, kind of like Jared Davis, folks of that nature, or Joey Roper, guys that weren't going to blow anybody away, but they're just consistent strike throwers and people who can get you through at least a couple of innings, maybe 3 or 4. And the Jacks have struggled this season finding that third pitcher, but that ball hit too short. Adams has it, throws it to first. Gorman's got it, and that is the first out of the top of the fourth. Nice play by Adams, nice pitch by Church, and a nice catch by Randy Gorman at first.
And Logan Adams, by all accounts, Rob, from everybody we've talked to, both Warren coaches, opposing coaches, really an impressive baseball player. And in every phase of the game, a lot of people have been really impressed by him here in his senior year, and a nice play right there.
I've talked earlier about some of these guys looking a bit uncomfortable at times, especially early in the season, but I think Adams is one of those kids who every time I've watched him the past couple of years, he's just a comfortable baseball player. It comes very natural to him, and he's a very natural shortstop. And in a lot of teams, he might be a second baseman, but for this team, he's really your best choice day in and day out, even though Justin Hall can play at short some. I think your first choice, if Logan's not on the mound, he's going to be your shortstop. That ball hit back up the middle. Hall gets it at second, throws it to first, and definitely not in time, as that is an infield single. Hall, I don't know, possibly charged that one a little bit harder, but tough play to make, especially going away from you.
Tyler's done a nice job this year defensively. He will improve as he physically develops. He's only a freshman, I believe, or maybe a sophomore. Still a young guy. He'll continue to improve, but they're pleased with what he's given them defensively for the most part this year at second base.
So one runner on first, one out in the top of the fourth. Runner going to go. Jones throws it to second, and the out is made. Nice throw by Drake Jones. Runner got caught halfway, and there was all it took was an accurate throw and a hard throw, and Jones delivers it. Nice play from the catcher.
I'm not real sure what Jacob Johnston was doing there.
Was that a strike called?
I am not sure, guys. I'm not sure what the call there was.
We'll see here what the umpire says as he holds his hand up. He is 0-1 count. So with 2 outs after the runner is picked off at second by Drake Jones, an 0-1 count and 2 outs. And that's I think that could be a turning tide right there for the Lumberjacks possibly. That ball fouled off to the right side. 0-2 now the count. And I think we just needed something positive like that to go our way, and possibly now that can be carried over. We can get this out and then get back to the bottom of the inning and maybe get some runners on base and get some runs in. So number 5, Davis at the plate for Hermitage with an 0-2 count. That pitch is called strike 3 on the outside corner. We're going to the bottom of the inning. Jacks down 2-0. Need to get some runs on the board. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Lumberjack Live from Warren versus Hermitage on SleneRiverTV.com.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside
Number 4, Troy Sellers.
Chris Norton. I'll get your name in there. Troy Sellers up to the plate now for the Lumberjacks. Liner down. That's going to be a fair ball hit off the base. Sellers is going to hold at first. That's kind of a tough break right there that hit the bag. I think that would have been an easy double.
Yeah, exactly. That ball doesn't hit third base. That's liable to be rolling around down there in the corner.
Up to bat, number 15, Drake Jones.
And like I said, after Drake Jones made that, picked off the runner at second there just a few minutes ago in the top of the fourth, was hoping that would carry over offensively, and a good start right there by Troy Sellers to get a base hit. Sellers takes his lead. He does have speed. The runner, he's going to have to go back to first. The throw is made by Wilkerson.
And as you were saying, Sellers has stolen 11 bases, trailing only Logan Adams with 14 for the team lead. Troy does hold the Lumberjacks single-game record for stolen bases.
Here's the pitch. That is high and inside. 1-0 the count. So no outs. Bottom of the fourth. Lumberjacks have a runner on first in Troy Sellers. Drake Jones at the plate. Of course, he got to start behind the plate this afternoon defensively. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Wilkerson. That's upstairs, 2-0 the count, and right now Coach Robert Cuthbertson looking at the situation, and I would assume he's going to come down right now, as you can see, trotting down to talk to Drake. He's just going to remind him, be patient here. He's thrown 2 balls and just had a base hit from Sellers, so we want to get a couple of runners on, maybe try to tie this ball game up with no outs. And it looks like obviously number 7, Austin Emanuel, hitting in the DH slot on deck, hitting in the number 5 slot for the Jacks this evening.
You got Hermitage coach Brian Eagle out there on the mound talking to Colin Wilkerson, his sophomore pitcher.
And let me, while we got a little break here, I want to remind viewers to be on the lookout next fall. Lumberjack football going to be on SalineRiverTV.com. A couple years ago we carried it live with audio, but this year you're going to be able to do it and watch the ball games. So excited about that. Here we go back as the conferences are over. That pitch is going to be called a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now the count with no outs. Sellers again on first base. You might see him go in motion here. I think Coach Cuthbertson, I'm not really familiar with the signs of this team. Sellers does go. A hit and run was on. Sellers slides, and he is safe in there. That was obviously going to be a hit and run. So 2-2 the count.
And right there, at the plate, Drake Jones doing his best right there to protect the runner with the hit and run on.
The pitch obviously high and inside. Pretty tough to get anything on that, but you got to protect your runner. And that pitch outside makes it a 3-2 count, so full up for Drake Jones.
And Drake leads this team in walks. So got a good eye there at the plate, and he's done a pretty good job working this count.
And that pitch called strike 3. Looked a bit low, but it's tough to see from our angle. So that will be the first out of the inning. And you're talking about Drake leading the team in walks this season. I know he hadn't played catcher a lot this year, but being a catcher myself, when I did play, your catcher's got to be the guy out there that every time he comes up to bat is going to have the best eye on the team. He knows what the zone is, and it's good to see a patient catcher at the plate. Austin Emanuel now up to the plate for the Jacks with Sellers on second base and 1 down in the bottom of the fourth.
Austin Emanuel in his previous at bat in the bottom of the second struck out swinging. Got
The
Sellers
runner goes.
moving.
Sellers is picked off clearly at third base for the second out of the inning. So nice throw, and Hermitage right now in pretty good position. I don't think the steal was called there. I think Sellers just maybe went on his own.
Well,
the discussion going on at third.
Got a pretty good jump, Rob. He got a pretty good jump on the pitch, and I'm not real sure what happened after that. That play wasn't really even that close there at third base.
First of all, great throw, right on the money from the catcher. And third base is a tough base to steal. It's just, I don't care how good of a jump you get. It's a tough base to steal. The angle is such that the catcher can just kind of take a really quick sidestep, and with any type of an accurate throw, it's going to get there a lot quicker than it does to second. Just a tough base to steal.
And right there with with one out and you've got a runner on second base, really wonder if that was a called steal or if Troy maybe tried to swing and strike 3 there to end the inning. Rob, disappointing way to end that inning for the Warren Lumberjacks.
Yeah, tough break for the Jacks. All right, we're going to the top of the 5th. Jacks got to respond defensively and then get back to the bottom of the 5th. But right now they're down 2-0 to the Hermitage Hermits. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. For over 2 years, SalineRiverChronicle.com has been the fastest growing news source in Bradley County. Currently, SalineRiverChronicle.com gets around 15,000 page views per week. It's the only local news source in Bradley County that provides fast-breaking news, full-color photography, and live video coverage through the new SalineRiverTV.com. And guess what else? SalineRiverChronicle.com is updated every single day. That's right, it's a daily local news source. Help us spread the word about SalineRiverChronicle.com.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. And it looks like Adam Nolan, the DH for the Hermits, will lead off the top of the 5th. Justin Vines will be up next, the right fielder, and then back to the top of the order with Cody Ferguson playing catcher today.
Right there in the bottom of the 4th, Rob Warren, no runs off 1 hit, left nobody stranded, had 2 strikeouts, and got caught stealing third base there to
That's
end the inning.
A swinging strike from Nolan. So 0-1 the count with no outs in the top of the 5th. Jacks in the white uniforms today. Hermitage at the plate wearing the black tops, and they're on top of the Jacks right now with a score of 2-0. Here's the pitch from Church. Outside, 1-1 the count. Aaron's done a pretty good job through 4 innings of holding this to just a 2-run game, but you got to get something offensively going eventually to have a chance to win any game. Ball popped up to center. Hall rushing to get over there. And he makes the nice play running on his way. Sellers had a chance, but it was called off by Hall. So that'll be the first out of the top of the 5th.
And after the early mistake there in center field, Justin Hall settled down quite a bit, made 2 nice plays for the Warren Lumberjacks out there.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there, just to move to his left. That's glove side, but still tough play to make with the sun in the western sky. But nice job by Hall. And he's actually playing a little bit left center, just slightly, maybe about 5 yards or so. Nothing too drastic, but that's still a tough play to make. That ball's going to have a little bit of spin going off to right field on it just because of the angle. And that pitch is going to hit Justin Vines, the right fielder. You can't put the number 9 guy on base like that. That's not the way you want to do things.
And that second hit batter of the game by Aaron Church.
So back to the top of the order for the Hermits, and what that in effect does is puts probably Hermitage's weakest hitter on base with a freebie, and then back to the top of the order.
And Church has hit 2 today, but hasn't walked anyone.
Here's the pitch. Vines goes, hit to center. Hall underneath it. The runner's going to have to go back. That's caught for the second out. Another nice play by Justin Hall. So 2 outs now in the top of the 5th. And again, you don't have a scoreboard on your screen.
Up to bat, number 17, Gorman.
But the Lumberjacks currently, if you're just joining us, we want to welcome you to SalinRiverTV.com. The Jacks down 2-0 here in the top of the fifth to the Hermitage Hermits.
Justin Gorman at the plate. Rob had an RBI single in the top of the third, driving the second run of the ball game for the Hermits.
Vines takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's going to be foul tipped, actually. So the runner will have to go back to first base. And Jones calls time. He's going to go out and talk to Church. Possibly a little bit of miscommunication, or maybe telling him to speed up the slide step a little bit. And one of the things that's kind of plagued this Warren team really for a long time, Chris, even when I was there, which has been quite a few years ago, we've never had too many pitchers that had quick slide steps out of the stretch, and that can really get you in trouble when with runners on first base. You get a lot of stolen bases taken on you. It just doesn't give your catcher a whole lot of time to get the ball down to second. A little bit quicker step. Jones throws. That's going to be in the dirt, and the runner will be safe. And not a bad throw right there. I know it's low, but the runner got a great jump. And if you're going to be anywhere with that throw, you want to be low with it.
And a pretty nice call right there. They kind of understood the situation, what was going on. Try to put Drake in as good a position as they could to make that throw there to second base.
Well, and a smart call from the Hermitage coaching staff just to move that runner over. You got 2 outs, really nothing to lose. Ball grounded back up the middle. Adams has it, throws it to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. After a nice play by Logan Adams. Score remains 2-0. Hermitage on top of the Lumberjacks. Don't go anywhere, folks. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back on SalinRiverTV.com's live presentation of Lumberjack Live.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalinRiverTV.com. Aaron Church, the pitcher for the Lumberjacks, now stepping up to the plate.
Hermitage right there in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, left one guy stranded. Church up at the plate. He struck out swinging in his last at bat in the bottom of the 2nd.
We're in the bottom of the 5th. That ball hits Church. He's going to take first base. Looks like it hit him just below the helmet. Maybe got the neck a little bit or the shoulder blade. So that'll be a tough one to take, but he'll gladly take the base. And Lumberjacks get a free runner. Looks like number 17. I'll see if we can get a number or the name on number 17 for the Lumberjacks, who is now the courtesy runner. That'd be Blake Gorman.
Courtesy runner, number 17, Blake Gorman.
So Gorman will be the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Aaron Church, who takes that free base at first. So runner on first with no outs in the bottom of the 5th. And there's the Lumberjacks number 20, the third baseman, Wesley Cornish, squared around a bunt right there and pulled back. The third baseman and the first baseman were both coming in. Gorman takes his lead. Another square around a bunt. That ball fouled away, so 0-1 the count, or 1-0 the count, I'm sorry. 1-1 the count. I'll get it right here in a second, Chris.
And Cornish struck out swinging in the bottom of the third, his first and only at bat so far in this ball game.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. She squares around a bunt. Runner goes. That ball deadened pretty well. Right back to Wilkerson. Throws it to first, and that is the first out of the inning.
It's a nice bunt right
there.
there.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Cornish.
Got the job done. Just put it in play. A little bit more down the third baseline, and perhaps a little bit better chance. But bunts are a tough thing to teach on a high school level, and just to get a kid to get one down and dead like that's a big deal. Randy Gorman, the first baseman, now at the plate for the Lumberjacks. With Gorman on second. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count with one out in the bottom of the fifth. Again, Jacks down 2-0 to the Hermitage Hermits. Here's the pitch. Grounder to third. Gorman did not go to third for some reason. That ball, we should have a runner at third right now. He didn't move. I know the shortstop covered, but still plenty of time with that really a real dribbler down to the third baseman. The base was wide open. Nobody was going to be there to tag him out. I'm not sure why he held up, but another kind of a bad situation. A single here and a hard hit single. You may not get that run in now.
And Calix Harris did single in his last at bat. They're hoping he can replicate that here.
1-0 the count now to Calix Harris, who's at the plate. And Wilkerson on the mound. Here's the 1-0 pitch with two outs. Grounded to the shortstop. Takes a bad hop. He's going to be there at first, so runner's now at the corners, and that's what I was talking about, Chris. The runner should have been at third right there. That should have been a scored run.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Blake Gorman there should have been able to move along to third base on that ground ball by Randy Gorman, and for whatever reason he wasn't able to get it done. We got runners first and third here with two outs.
But an opportunity for Logan Adams, the shortstop, who's an invaluable player to this Lumberjack club, to come through and maybe get an RBI here.
And Adams has walked and singled in his previous two at bats.
Harris takes his lead. Adams swings at the first pitch. 0-1 now the count. That ball looked to be a little bit high to me. Again, patience is key here for the Lumberjacks. They've just got to be more patient at the plate.
And Colin Wilkerson in a similar situation earlier in the ball game for Hermitage was able to get a ground out to end it.
Ball dribbler to third. Third baseman has it, throws it to first. And again, the Lumberjacks not able to do anything with the runners. Strands a couple there. So we're going to the top of the sixth. Lumberjacks down 2-0 to the Hermits. You're watching Lumberjack Live's presentation, or actually Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back to this presentation of Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. The Lumberjacks here in the top of the sixth in the field and down by the score of 2-0 to the Hermitage Hermits. A couple of stranded runners in the bottom of the fifth, and really base running errors are the cause of it. Should be 2-1 at least.
A tough inning right there. Warren, no runs, no hits reached on the Hermitage error and left two guys stranded.
Aaron Church still on the mound. He's pitched a pretty good ball game overall, everything considered. Has hit one runner, or hit one batter, I apologize for that, or hit two. One of them has turned into a run, though.
Has hit two.
Grounder to first, going to get through, no chance for Gorman. So Hermitage, nice piece of hitting, going to the opposite field, going with that baseball, and a runner on first with no outs in the top of the sixth.
And Colin Wilkerson leads it off here in the top of the sixth for the Hermits with a base hit.
Up to bat, number 15, Rawls.
And Sam Rawls, only a freshman, the leading hitter for this Hermitage team. Carried a batting average above 500 into spring break, into their Saturday jamboree at Drew Central.
From the stretch, Church takes a look at the runner at first. Wilkerson's there. That pitch upstairs, 1-0 the count with no outs. Ball gets past Church, but Adams is there at short to get that one back in. So runner at first for the Hermits. Our Lumberjacks are down 2-0. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for joining us on this presentation of Lumberjack Live. We've got an in-county rivalry going, but really this game, as we talked about, Chris, it's non-conference. It doesn't really matter at all for the Lumberjacks or the Hermits. Here's the pitch from Church. That's inside, 2-0 the count. These teams, as we said earlier in this game, have met up twice this season so far. Warren won the first one by the score of 6-4, and I forget what the score was.
7-2.
7-2. Hermitage beat Warren in the second matchup. Wilkerson is going to shuffle. Ball popped up to center. Hall and Harris both there. Harris struggling to find it. Hall finally steps up and makes the catch. So that will be the first out of the inning. A little bit of miscommunication. Looked like Harris was maybe going to try to come in and get that one, and then maybe waved off by Hall. So they finally get it right, and no damage done. And Justin Hall, of course, as we said, after making a tough error that cost us a run early in this ballgame, he's really come back, made several nice defensive plays. So you have to be pleased with the way he's come back strong after that error.
Yeah, he has made several good plays after that. Had to run a few balls down just like that one in the ball game.
So one down. Ball hit's going to get through. Sellers has it. Runner going to hold up at second. Hit pretty straight towards Sellers, and he's playing up as it is in right field. So runners now at first and second with one down in the top of the sixth for the Hermits.
Cheney Richard right there, a junior for the Hermits with that single. Puts the senior left-hander Jacob Johnson up here at the plate, and Jacob's got some pop.
You got a time call on the field. Looks like Coach Cuthbertson may make a pitching change. We'll see what change is made, or if one is to be made. At this point, it doesn't look like there's going to be one made. Just having a bit of a conference with him, talking things over. And again, overall, I've been pretty pleased with the performance of Aaron Church so far today. He'd only give up 2 runs, and one of them at least was unearned, correct?
That's right. And really, Rob, on the day, he's only had one ball hit real hard against him. That was a single to center field that drove in a run in the third inning. But so far in this inning, he's had 2 base hits hit to the opposite field. One of those just kind of looped into shallow right.
Of course, Warren already played 2 games this week against McGee and one yet last night against Dollarway, and they beat McGee 13-7 and Dollarway 11-5. So they'd like to take a couple of those runs back and maybe put them into this game. But those other 2 wins were conference wins, and they got to be pleased with that. But it would be nice to make it 3 wins for this week. Oh, and that ball's going to hit the runner. Sort of lucky right there. If that ball gets through, that's a base.
Colin Wilkerson there at second base helped out the Lumberjacks quite a bit right there. That throw, nobody was covering, and then Colin not been in the way. That thing's in the center field, and you got Colin Wilkerson able to move up to third.
So one down in the top of the sixth. Church from the stretch. Pretty short lead at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count.
Warren looking for their 7th win of the season. The Hermitage Hermits looking to go to 11-5 with a win.
They've had a good season, very good season for the Hermits so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball is going to be low and inside just a little bit. 1-1 the count. So 1-1 count, one down in the top of the sixth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count.
Jacob Johnson here, who struck out looking, singled in the fourth inning in a 1-2 hole right here with one out in the top of the sixth for the Hermitage Hermits.
Church comes set. 1-2 pitch with one out. That's going to hit the batter, so the bases will be loaded now with one out.
And a disappointing pitch right there. Church really was in control of that at bat. Had Johnston taken two poor swings.
Bat number 5, Davis.
And that loads up the bases for Hermitage.
Kentrez Davis, the shortstop, now at the plate for the Hermits, and a chance for a force out at the plate if you get anything hit hard to one of your infielders. Maybe even double up at first. Church comes set with one out. Here's the pitch. A bunt is going to be fair.
Nice job right there by Kentrez Davis.
Randy Gorman. They're going to say he did not get the tag on him, so Davis will be safe at first. Another run comes in, makes it 3-0. And tough play right there. Possibly had a chance to go home with that ball, but just a tough play to make. Nice bunt.
It was nice, but got on Gorman a little bit faster than he was expecting, I believe, and kind of put him in a bind.
So the score now 3-0. Hermitage on top of the Lumberjacks in the top of the sixth. Same situation, though. Chance for another force out at home. Church will fake to second base. The runner gets back in there. So he'll come set now out of the stretch. One down in the top of the sixth. Hermitage has the bases loaded. Another bunt down the first baseline. This time it's going to go foul, so the run will not count. Everybody's going to go back to the same position now with an 0-1 count. Hermitage doing a nice job right now, Chris, of getting those balls down the lines. Nothing back up the middle of the pitcher.
And this is a good opportunity for them to work on some things. This is their fourth ball game they've played this week. Got two more tomorrow, going into conference play next week, so they're still trying to work on some schemes and things that they want to try to take into conference play with them.
Church comes set, 0-1 pitch. Inside, actually going to say it grazed him. Tough right there. I didn't see it, but perhaps it was there.
I believe that's the 8th time Adam Nolan's been hit by a pitch this year.
So another run comes across, makes it 4-0, and the trouble here is you let the game get away from you a little bit by not coming through offensively. Now the score 4-0 in the top of the sixth. The Jacks struggling defensively with the bases loaded to get second out here in this inning.
Vines has reached on an error and been hit by a pitch, stolen a base and scored a run on the game.
Church comes set. Vine squares around to bunt. They're going to say he balked, so a run will come in. Makes it 5-0. Coach Cuthbertson comes out to talk to Church. We may see a pitching change here. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. It looks like there is going to be a pitching change made. We'll be right back. Stick with us on SalinRiverTV.com's presentation of Lumberjack Live.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. We got a pitch and change being made as we speak. A.J. Mooring is going to come in and take over for Aaron Church, who went 6 1/3, or actually 5 1/3. I apologize. 5 1/3 innings. How many earned runs do we know?
Aaron went 5 1/3, gave up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, struck out 3, hit 4 on the ball game.
And really, things didn't get too out of hand until this last inning. So here in the top of the 6th, but the bases are loaded for Hermitage after a nice bunt and grazed batter. So the score 5-0 Hermitage on top of the Lumberjacks. And the tough thing here is, Chris, as we stated, we've had chances to be in this ball game, perhaps tie it up or get in the lead, and we just haven't come through offensively. So right now it makes it even tougher. You're going to have to really come through strong in the bottom of the 6th and the 7th.
And it limits your at-bats that you get. And Colin Wilkerson's done a good job off the mound for Hermitage, and he's trying to umpire here, trying to make sure everything's situated.
Mooring steps off as the umpire's not quite ready yet. Even though it hadn't quite gone our way here today for Warren, it's been a beautiful day for baseball, and the sun has played, as we talked about, a little bit of a factor in this ball game. Not a whole lot, just really one error I think that it may be caused. And but ever since then, Justin Hall's been solid in center field. He's played very well today, other than that one play. And you just gotta it's a lot of cleanup stuff, just getting things tactically right and the details correct. Cut down on the hit batters, obviously, for Aaron Church, and just making the little plays.
Well, and you know, that's what games like these are about. Obviously, any ball game you play, you want to win, and both these teams definitely want to win this ball game. But it gives you an opportunity to work on some things and try to see what what you need to do to win those conference games.
That ball blooped to the side. Church is under it at third in foul territory. He's got it, and that is the second out of the inning. Nice play by Aaron Church, and a nice pitch by A.J. Mooring. Kind of binds the runner on the inside, or the batter on the inside part of the plate, and a little pop up to foul territory over to third.
Number 12, Ferguson.
Cody Ferguson here, he is 0 for 2, flown out twice, and was hit by a pitch, scored a run in the first inning.
Pitch fouled off to the right side, 0-1 the count with 2 outs. This game's still far from over. I know it's 5-0, but you got 6 outs to play with here if you get out of it for the Lumberjacks. Just far from being over with. Here's the 0-1 pitch with 2 outs. Ball popped up to the right side. Randy Gorman at first base is under it. He's got it for the 3rd out. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jack's going to try to get something started here. Got to get on the board at least. Score 5-0 as we're going to the bottom of the inning. Stick with us on SalineRiverTV.com's presentation of Lumberjack Live.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Now, welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. The Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the sixth, about to start it off at the plate, down 5-0 to the Hermitage Hermits. Struggling a bit at the plate today if you're Lumberjack fans. You don't like to see that change from the past two games they've had. They put up 13 runs against McGee and then 11 against Dollarway. It's not good to see them fall back and through basically 5 innings and not be able to score against the Hermits. Looks like Wilkerson is going to continue on the mound for the Hermits, and up next will be the center fielder for the Lumberjacks, number 8, Justin Hall, who's had a solid game defensively in center field other than one play, and he's really come through pretty well for him.
Number 8, Justin Hall.
And the plan for Hermitage is going to be to let Wilkerson finish this game. They're going to DeWitt to play 2 tomorrow, to play DeWitt and Palestine Wheatley. So they're going to try to get Colin through all 7 here.
Here's the pitch. Grounded to third base. Davis has it, throws it to first, and that is the first out of the bottom of the inning. Troy Sellers now up for the Lumberjacks. And still just, I know that's probably a strike right there, but you still would like to see a little bit more patience at the plate and wait for a little bit better pitch to hit.
Troy Sellers.
Sellers here, Rob, 1 for 2 on the game, singled in the 4th, struck out in the 1st, stole the base, and then got caught stealing at 3rd.
That pitch upstairs, 1-0 the count. As I said, Chris Wednesday interviewed Logan Adams out here after practice, and one of the key things he was talking about was that this team just needed to continue to build upon their patience at the plate, and it seems like today we've kind of taken a step back. Hopefully they can get that under control before we start back with conference play, but that's just something that you have to work on day in and day out. And that pitch called strike, so 1-2 now the count. And it looks today, Chris, kind of like they're just pressing a little bit at the plate. Just trying to get something started. Here's the 1-2 pitch with 1 out in the bottom of the inning. A swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and up steps the catcher, number 15, Drake Jones.
Here's the 8th strikeout of the ball game right there for Colin Wilkerson. Jones in his previous 2 at-bats has struck out looking and grounded out to third base.
That pitch outside, 1-0 the count. Austin Emanuel, the DH, on deck for the Jacks. Coach Cuthbertson talking to Drake. You can see in the corner of your screen now as he trots back to the plate. Colin Wilkerson comes set on the mound. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right side. 1-1 the count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Lumberjacks really need to get something going here. You don't want to go into the bottom of the 7th down 5-0, or even it could be a little bit worse than that if you don't play very well defensively in the top of the inning. So you need to get something started here in the bottom of the 6th. That ball hit up the middle. Nice single right there from Drake Jones, the center fielder.
Sam Rawls
makes a nice play to get there on that one pretty quick.
And a nice piece of hitting right there by Drake Jones. Only a sophomore. They'll run for him, Rob. Looks like Trent Broughton. Is that who we've got? 31?
31. Trent Broughton, number 31, comes in to courtesy run for.
Number 31, Trent Broughton.
A young man that can run.
Number 7, Austin Emanuel, the DH, steps up to the plate with 2 outs. Trent Broughton on first. As the courtesy runner, he takes a shuffle step, not going to go. That ball's going to be outside, makes it a 1-0 count. 1-0 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Lumberjacks trying to get something started, at least get a run on the board. Just get on the board and get some offensive play started, some rhythm. Broughton shuffles. Grounder to third. He's having to charge this one. Ball thrown. It's going to be tagged out for the 3rd out of the inning. So Austin Emanuel not able to get the runner over to second and stay safe at first. So with the 3rd out, we're going to the top of the 7th. Lumberjacks right now not doing too well, down 5-0 to the Hermits. We'll be back after these commercials.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Justin Bowman.
Welcome back to this presentation of Lumberjack Live on SlingRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton, getting ready to start off the top of the 7th. Lumberjacks down 5-0 to the Hermitage Hermits. So far, I've had a tough day offensively, Chris, but need to get out of this inning, top of the inning of the 7th, with no runs scored, hopefully, and then get back in and try to get something started offensively.
Yeah, definitely work to do, and Colin Wilkerson's thrown a nice game off the mound for the Hermits. Aaron Church threw a nice one himself for Warren. A couple of bloop singles, only one hard hit ball against him, and some miscues here and there, some errors on the base pass, and some other things that really cost the Lumberjacks today.
Right, up next,
Number 17, Gorman.
as you heard right there, Gorman up next for Hermitage. A.J. Mooring on the mound. Aaron Church went 5 1/3, and then Mooring came in and took over past there. And really,
go ahead.
Ball grounded to third. Kind of binds Aaron Church. Gets it, throws it to first. Going to be way high. The runner's going to go to second. Possibly have a chance to, going to stay at second base. So a tough play right there by Church. Kind of hits him on the inside part of the right knee. And I think he had plenty of time to kind of compose himself and throw it, but just hurried to throw a little bit, thinking he didn't have quite as much time. And throw really sails on him.
As you can see right there by the swing, Justin Gorman not real patient. He went up the ladder to swing at that one, kind of chopped it in the ground, ate up Aaron Church a little bit, and he had to make an errant throw, kind of rush an errant throw there to first base. Now, frustrating day for Aaron Church.
Up to bat, number 6, Wilkerson.
And really, up until he was pulled, that game had been 2-0 most of the way. It really kind of all unraveled in the top of the 6th.
That's exactly right, and the final score may not be indicative of the job that Church did on the mound for the Lumberjacks today. He threw a nice game.
That pitch outside for a 1-0 count. After we get done with this ball game, we'll actually go offline for a couple of minutes. Then we're going to come back. We've got some new technology we want to test out, so nothing that will apply to this ball game. So if you want to stick around and watch that, you can. It's not going to be anything but a few videos playing and us talking here and there, doing just some testing. But stick with us if you want to. That ball popped up foul. Going to get out of play. And Chris, as I was just saying, we are going to be testing out some new equipment that could improve our game streamcast, our live streamcasting, and we want to throw this out there. And if you do happen to watch it, please email us at SaloonRiverChronicle@gmail.com and tell us how it looks. We need feedback, and so if you do happen to be out there and watching after we get done with this program, and you like it, don't like it, we want to know. Here's the pitch from A.J. Mooring, the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be outside, 2-1 now the count. Top of the 7th, Jack's down 5-0 to the Hermits. Of course, this game being taking place in Warren. You can see the W's on the field, so we're at home today. Warren comes set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Popped up to the right side. Foul, makes it 2-2.
Wilkerson right here for Hermitage is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Scored a run, grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning.
So no outs, top of the 7th. Hermitage has a runner on second base, 2-2 count. A.J. Mooring on the mound. Here's the pitch. Ball popped up. Adams chasing it at short. It's going to be shallow center, going to get down. Justin Hall and Troy Sellers racing for it. Throws it to third.
A bit of a bloop single right there. Logan Adams really attacking that baseball hard, just couldn't quite get there. It's one of those tough 3-man chase situations. Hermitage has 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the 7th.
Runners,
number 15, Rawls.
Runners at the corners with no outs in the top of the 7th.
And Sam Rawls hitting the 4-hole, who's 0 for 3 today, is at the plate.
Mooring comes set with Hermitage has runners on the corners, as I just said, squares around a bunt. Runner goes. Grounder to third, going to get well in foul territory, so the count will be 0-1 with no outs. Got about 6:13 on the clock, so this game started at 4:30. It's gone all 7 innings, and it will go to the bottom of the 7th, obviously, since the Lumberjacks are down 5-0. Mooring comes set. Could see the runner. He's going to go at first. That ball high and inside. Makes it a 1-1 count. So now Hermitage has runners at second and third. Second and third with no outs, and they've got a 5-0 lead over the Lumberjacks. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Popped up to center field. Hall's under it. Runner's going to go home. Hall makes the throw. It's going to be cut off, though. Mooring's going to hold it there. Score now 6-0. Hermitage has a runner at second.
Sack fly right there by Sam Rawls. Drives in Justin Gorman.
So up now, number 7, Cheney Richards.
Up to bat, number 7, Richards.
And a bit of a base running error there by Hermitage. Probably with that throw from Hall coming up as high as it was, the runner at second probably should have been at third right now, but that's kind of a minor thing when you're up 6-0. Mooring better step off. He's in the windup right now with a runner on second. He's going to go, takes third.
Wilkerson gets a huge jump. That thing's jerked foul, Rob.
Luckily, foul ball. And Coach Cuthbertson right now saying you got to get in the stretch. You got to run her on.
And our viewers may have seen Cheney Richard right there waving his hand prior to stepping into the box right there. He saw that A.J. Mooring was going out of the wind-up, and Wilkerson saw the same thing.
I was actually kind of surprised Richards swung right there. Even though I know it's a pretty good pitch and chance to get a base hit, but with the runner in motion, you had the base pretty easily. 1-1 pitch on the way. It gets by Drake Jones outside. It's going to be probably a wild pitch pretty far out. So the runner will take third anyway. 2-1 count.
As you said right there, taking that last pitch, though, he might be in a situation where he can score that run.
Yeah.
Instead of taking that cut and jerking that baseball foul.
Well, and you never know what can happen in an inning. Warren could come back and score 10 in the 7th. It's a wild game, and that's baseball for you. I've watched some games in the past. One that I can really remember, Chris, professionally was my Cleveland Indians, who I follow pretty closely, back probably 5 or 6 years ago, went into the bottom of the ninth down like 10-2, I believe, to the Mariners, and ended up winning that game like 11-10 or something. It was crazy.
Strange things happen.
You never know.
Base on balls there by Richard.
Up to bat number 2, Johnston.
So again, runners at the corners for the Hermits. A.J. Mooring on the mound for the Jacks. 1 down in the top of the 7th, and Hermits up 6-0. Runner goes. Jones tries to frame that one, but it's not given by the umpire. A 1-0 count.
And A.J. Moore's got to get out of this situation here. Otherwise, they're just going to dig a deeper and deeper hole for the bottom of the 7th.
And still, Hermitage still not untouchable here with a 6-0 lead. It's going to make it tough as it is, but you don't want to make it any harder. 2-0 count now. Mooring really struggling with accuracy. And we'll have the SaleneRiverTV.com postgame show brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival after this ball game. That ball hit up the middle. 1 run, 2 runs are going to score. So the score now 8-0, Hermitage on top of the Lumberjacks. And really the relief pitching just not there for the Lumberjacks right now, and it's showing up.
Well, they had to use both Drake Jones and Logan Adams yesterday in a conference win over the Dalloway Cardinals. I believe it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Again, we won that game 11-5. So you're looking at really Church was one of the third men that competes for that third spot in rotation. And Coach Cuthbertson coming out. You may see another change here. I would tend to doubt it, but you might see it. But he feels like with an 8-0 deficit here to make up in the bottom of the 7th, it's going to be hard enough. You really don't want to get in any worse spot than you already are.
Well, that's exactly right. And the Hermits have only given up more than 8 runs in a game once this season, an 18-10 win against Hampton.
This is a team in Hermitage that has, as I said and you said, broken a no-hit
They've broken
record.
The Activity Association record for no-hitters in the season. Thrown 5 already this year by 4 different pitchers.
Which is really surprising for a school their size that they're able to do that. But that's just you got some young guys on that team too that are pitching, and but they've all been pretty consistent. They can throw strikes, and that's high school baseball for you. If you can throw strikes, you can be competitive.
That's exactly right, and Hermitage has the benefit of having Brian Eagle, pretty good baseball coach, as does Warren, and that especially in this area, that's a key to things. The coaching staff really plays a big role in baseball in South Arkansas. And Coach Cuthbertson, of course, has a state championship to his name and numerous state tournament appearances. And Warren baseball young this year, Rob, but the future's definitely bright for this program. A lot of young kids playing, a lot of quality innings right now.
Depth on the mound has been a concern, though, all season, as we've talked about. We've got really Logan Adams would be and Drake Jones would be kind of your go-to guys on the mound day in and day out, especially in conference matchups. But they've both pitched this week already in 2 separate games, and you can't pitch them every single day of the week.
That's exactly right.
And it's we've covered some softball games. It's a totally different scenario in softball. In high school softball, if you've got one pitcher, you can pretty much make it through a year as long as she stays healthy. And if she's very good, you can be almost dominant.
And they'll go out and play, 3-4 games a day at times. They can do some different things with their pitching limitations and so forth.
And this has been a different season for me to watch, with the way a lot of these teams have moved to playing weekend tournaments rather than just straight non-conference games. And they're playing 2 games a day some days on Saturdays. It's been interesting to watch the pitching process and how Coach Cuthbertson sets up his rotation.
And really the main thing that's really led to that shift in scheduling is that they've got to play the double round robin format now. So you're starting conference play a week into the season, having to play a guaranteed 2 conference games a week, and it really limits your non-conference opportunities.
Well, and on top of that, it's also budget. You're talking about a budget for a baseball team on the high school level is low compared to a lot of other sports. And when you pay a certain amount to get into a tournament, you're actually saving money in terms of hiring umpires.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You may pay a $175 entry fee to play a guaranteed 3 games in a tournament, when a lot of times you may spend $2 or $200 on 2 umpires for 1 home game.
Yeah, so it can definitely save you some cash on that front to get several different games in.
But my personal opinion on the scheduling philosophy, I don't like the double round robin format. I think it limits the options you have in non-conference and so forth. And in a situation like Warren's in right now, where they don't have a lot of pitching, it really binds them.
Well, and it basically, my understanding, and really I haven't covered high school baseball since I've been out for a while, but basically eliminates your conference tournament.
Well, some conferences do that.
Some do.
Some play the double round robin and the district tournament.
That ball popped up to center. It looks like, is that Trent Broughton or Calix Harris in center? Who is that? Calix Harris makes the catch in center field for the second out of the inning. Hermits on top, 8-0 here in the top of the seventh. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for watching SaleemRiverTV.com's presentation of Lumberjack Live. Justin Hall on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Hermitage has a runner on second base with 2 outs. Nolan at the plate for Hermitage. That pitch high and outside, 1-0 count.
But as you were saying, Rob, the Warren's Conference, the 8-4A, does not have a district tournament anymore. So you play the double round robin, the 14 conference games, and the top 4 out of that are the ones that advance to the regional tournament. And that they feel like that gives them a better read on the 4 best teams in the league, which, I mean, I understand that line of thinking as well, but definitely, it hurts if you're in a situation where you only got a couple of guys you feel real comfortable with working off the mound.
A swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. 1-1, 2 outs. Top of the seventh, Jacks have a lot of ground to make up in the bottom of the inning. 8-0. Hermitage on top of our Lumberjacks. That pitch is going to hit Nolan, and he will take first base.
It's the second time today Adam's been hit by a pitch. And I'm quite a few times that's happened this year. He's leads the Hermitage baseball program in on-base percentage. Only a freshman.
Hall throws it to second. Adams has it, but the runner gets back in time to second base. So 2 outs. 2 outs, just needing to get one more to get to the bottom of the inning. Hall on the mound. Comes set out of the stretch. Throws the pitch. That's inside. 1-0 the count. And the way things stand, Hermitage will end their season series against the Lumberjacks, winning 2 games and losing just 1 to Warren, which is a big accomplishment, obviously, for the smaller school in the county. That's a big accomplishment to be able to beat Warren. And I know it's a young Warren ball club, but it's still a big deal for this Hermitage club. And obviously, we wish them the best as they go on in their season and their conference schedule.
Well, I think in the past it's been a huge deal, and they kind of made a big deal out of beating Warren and things and so forth. But this Hermitage club feels like they're pretty good, and I think they come out here and expect to win most of these ball games, and kind of carry themselves that way.
Well, that's what you want. You want a team that's confident every time they go out onto the field, and you can. We don't have to be down there on the field to understand that they do feel like they can win every ball game they go out and play. And these two teams, they played some really good games the last couple of years. Last year, I believe the final score was 22-21. Yeah. In
a ball game played in Hermitage that the Hermits wound up winning. Of course, Warren won in the Sea Arc Slugfest earlier in the year.
Here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Jones has it with the bases loaded. That's a nice stop to save another run.
Cody Ferguson here at the plate's 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first inning.
All comes set. That pitch inside makes it a 2-1 count, and Warren's relief just struggling getting the ball across the plate. And that will hurt you. I mean, it just really will. You got to throw strikes. Grounder, Adams has it, throws it to second, and the catch is made by Tyler Hall. That's the third out of the top of the seventh. We're going to the bottom of the inning. Tough work to be done for the Lumberjack offense. Not impossible, but it's tough. 8-0 deficit to make up. We'll be right back. You're watching Lumberjack Live on SaleemRiverTV.com. Don't go anywhere, folks. A lot more baseball to go, and then we got some stuff coming up after the game, the post-game report. We'll see you in just a couple of minutes.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. We've got a score to pass along to you. Dumas beat Hamburg today 5-3, according to our sources. That game took place in Hamburg, so a 5-3 win for Dumas over the Hamburg Lions. Big win.
Yeah, that's a big win, and that does a lot for the conference race. And the Dumas Bobcats a pretty good baseball team this year. And Hamburg came in, I don't believe, with a loss in conference play. So says a lot about the way things are going to shake out going into the second half of the season.
And leading things off here in the bottom of the seventh, the Jacks have an 8-0 deficit to make up, currently losing to the Hermitage Hermits. Aaron Church, who's currently playing third base, and got the start on the mound today for the Lumberjacks. Pitched 5 1/3, and had a pretty good day overall until that last couple of at bats. Things kind of unraveled on him, but he's at the plate now. Got to get something going, and that's a nice way to start it off. Grounder gets past the third baseman and the left fielder. He's going to be at second base. Rounding second, he's going to hold there. So a runner now at second in Aaron Church, and no outs.
A nice job by Aaron Church jumping out there, swinging the bat. Keeping his head up would have been easy to get frustrated.
Sure.
Aaron's one of those guys. He's got a pretty easy-going personality.
Yeah.
He's
Lumberjacks, number 10, A.J. Mooring.
He's able to step up and get a big hit right there in the bottom of the seventh.
That's one of his I think, a good quality he would probably have as a pitcher is that there's just, you talk to Aaron very long, it doesn't seem like a whole lot gets to him. He kind of just goes with the flow, and that's what you need. Pitchers have to be emotional, but you don't want them very emotional. You want them to just be able to take everything in stride and just be repetitive. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss from A.J. Mooring. So a 2-1 count with no outs in the bottom of the seventh. I'd like to see the Lumberjacks, even if we don't win this ball game, at least get a couple of runs on the board. That'd be nice to just get some across. And that pitch was a ball, makes it 3-1. Still needing patience here out of A.J. Mooring. Randy Gorman on deck. A swing and a miss. 3-2 the count. And, Chris, I didn't have a real good view at that, but it looked to me like that might have been ball 4 that he just swung at. That ball popped up to the right side and out of play. Remains 3-2.
Mooring trying to battle here in the bottom of the seventh. Trying to push a run across, as you mentioned earlier.
Again, no outs, 3-2 count in the bottom of the seventh. That pitch upstairs, ball 4, so Mooring will be at first base. Aaron Church at second base for the Lumberjacks, and Randy Gorman steps up to the plate, the first baseman, with no outs and a chance to try to knock in a run.
Up to bat for the Lumberjacks, number 28, Randy Gorman.
Here's the pitch. That's outside, 1-0 the count. It looks like we're going to have a conference on the mound for the Hermits. I'll try to zoom in the camera. We have a rather small crew, Chris. I'm also the cameraman. So if you wonder why the camera doesn't move, it's because I'm trying to call the game and
Coach Brian Eagle out there on the mound trying to calm his pitcher down, trying to finish this thing out in the 7th without having to try to burn another arm going into their doubleheader tomorrow.
So ready to get things back going as Gorman steps into the box with a 1-0 count, no outs. That pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. You can stick with us after this ball game's over for the SaluneRiverTV.com post-game report brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. That ball popped out of play. Of course, the Pink Tomato Festival will be held the second weekend in June. Actually, a lot longer than that, but the main part of it is the second weekend in June. But join us in Warren on the square that weekend. Gorman chipper down the first baseline, foul. 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Gorman. Swing and a foul.
The senior Randy Gorman battling up there.
Also, if any of you have any kids that I'll have to get some Mr. Tim Whitten to tell me here, the Warren Waves are still available. You can sign up for that until May 11th. So if you have any kids that want to swim and join the swim team, the Warren Waves, you can still do that. And just contact the Warren YMCA, and they'll get you in contact with Mr. Whitney, and he'll get you all set up. They've got 75 kids out so far, so a big crew. Looking forward to watching them this year.
Had Randy Gorman go down on strikes right there, Rob, for the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
At one down in the bottom of the 7th. As Calix Harris, the another young player for this Lumberjack club, steps up to the plate. And a chance to get some valuable experience here for Harris. A swing and a miss, 0-2 now the count. It's been just a really tough day for the Lumberjacks at the plate. That pitch called strike 3. So Harris will go down looking. And Logan Adams back to the top of the order. And this is tough. You got runners on first and second with no outs, and you haven't been able to make anything happen.
Logan Adams.
But Adams at the plate. That pitch upstairs, 1-0 the count. 1-0 count with 2 outs.
There's the spot they really need some production right here. They want to try to drive some runs across the plate here in the bottom of the 7th. You've got your leadoff hitter up there.
That ball fouled off. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Colin Wilkerson comes set out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's outside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Adams upstairs. 3-1 now the count. (3-1) pitch on its way. So the runners will advance after the walk, and Justin Hall will step up to the plate with the bases loaded. Chance to get a few runs across. You know, Chris, I mean, you hate to ask for, I know home runs don't happen in high school baseball, especially with the new bats that often, but hey, you get a grand slam or something like that here, this is a whole other ball game all of a sudden. That ball swung at and missed. Church coming home. He's going to be safe at home, so the run does come across. And we finally break through and get one on the board. So 8-1 now the score. Still a lot of work to do with 2 outs, an 0-1 count now for Justin Hall. He's played center field most of the day, now on the mound for the Lumberjacks, but still got to make up 7 more runs. Wilkerson steps off of the rubber on the mound. Now he comes set. Here's the pitch. That ball low. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. You can stick with us after this ball game's over with for the SalinaRiverTV.com postgame report brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. And Wilkerson's got a chance to end this ball game.
A big pitch right here. Hall trying to keep the thing going. A senior right here for the Lumberjack Ball Club.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Remains 1-2.
The Hermitage Hermits are now away from moving to 11-5. The Lumberjacks falling to 6-9 on the season. Warren 3-3 in conference play. Hermitage has not played a conference game yet.
That ball lined back up the middle. Davis not able to get to it. 1 run's going to come in. 2 runs are going to possibly come in. The throw is going to be come through to Ferguson, but not quite on line. So 2 runs do come across. 8-3 now the score. And Hall, a nice piece of hitting there. He'll be on second base. Troy Sellers now at the plate.
Nice job right there by Justin Hall.
And you really needed this type of offensive production about 3 innings ago.
Well, and it may be a situation where Wilkerson may be getting a little bit gassed there on the mound, starting to kind of hang stuff. But nice to see Warren put some runs on the board and string together some hits here in the bottom of the 7th.
Here's the pitch from Wilkerson to Sellers, who's at the plate. That's a curveball in there for a strike. So 0-1 the count with 2 outs.
Troy Sellers is this team's leading hitter, coming into the ball game with a .385 batting average.
And a tough swing right there from Troy Sellers. Couldn't quite make up his mind, and that'll make it an 0-2 count. In a tough spot, got a battle here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is the ball game. 8-3 your final. Hermitage beats Warren 8-3 in 7 innings. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this commercial break with the SalinaRiverTV.com postgame report brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back to this presentation of Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. A tough day for the Warren Lumberjacks. They end up scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, but it was really all Hermitage today. Really past the 5th inning. Aaron Church pitched 5 1/3. And passed really up until the 5th inning. He did really well, only gave up 2 runs. Only one of those would be earned, but a tough day overall for the Lumberjacks as they fall to the Hermitage Hermits 8-3.
It was, and stats on the game for the Warren Lumberjacks. Logan Adams went 1 for 2, Rob. He walked twice, scored a run. Justin Hall 1 for 4. Troy Sellers 1 for 4, struck out 3 times in really crucial moments for the Lumberjack Ball Club. Drake Jones went 1 for 3. Aaron Church went 1 for 2. Calix Harris went 1 for 3. Lumberjacks had 5 hits on the ball game through 7 innings. Aaron Church took the loss through 5 1/3, gave up 6 hits, 4 earned runs, struck out 3, walked 4. A.J. Mooring in relief pitched an inning in the 3rd, gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Justin Hall closed it out with 2/3 of an innings, no hits, no runs, hit 2 batters. For the Hermits, they pounded out 8 hits as a team. Justin Gorman went 1 for 4. Colin Wilkerson 3 for 4. Cheney Richard 1 for 3. Jacob Johnston 2 for 3. Kentrez Davis 1 for 3. Colin Wilkerson went a complete game. 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, struck out 11, walked 3, and hit 1 for the Hermits to end the ball game.
We want to congratulate the Hermitage Hermits on their win. Thank all of our viewers from down in the southern portion of the county. And anybody else who's watching this ball game from the rest of the river region, the state of Arkansas, and anywhere else you might be from, thank you so much for watching this. We're going to cut our post-game report a bit short today. We're going to go offline for just a couple of minutes, get things reset. We're going to do a little bit of testing. I want to make that clear. What we're going to do here in a few minutes is only a test. We're just testing out some new technology, so if there's any problems with it, it's just testing. So thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Saline River Chronicles, or for SalineRiverTV.com's presentation of Lumberjack Live. Thank you so much for joining us again. I'm Rob Reap. Chris Norton, thanks for joining us.
Hey, no problem. We enjoyed it. We look forward to being back out here next week.
Absolutely. We'll see you again soon. We got baseball coming up on our next streamcast as well, I believe, and then soccer after that in early April.
Good deal.
Thank you so much. We'll see you later, folks.